Hello. I'm trying to get my rental like fixed up and you know, not fixed up. I need to go over there today and get my rental keys and stuff like that. Um, and then check out the house, and it's been the longest it's been since like it's been on. I think I've listed it for like 3 weeks now. I'm not opposed to getting a property manager. Shit. That way I don't have to deal with it, right? They can call the property manager. Hi guys. Hello from SoCal. What you doing, Kim? How's everybody doing? It's Thursday. The sun is shining here. Hello, my Australian lover. Hi, Steph. How's it going? Today's a day of blah, 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 blah. I gotta get some shit done. I gotta go to the rental. I'm gonna take some more pictures and make sure everything looks good. Hi, Lou. Hi, C. I gotta putz around the yard per usual. I always have to putz around in the yard. My yard is a never putzer. It's the putzer land of the yards. You gotta keep up on everything. You gotta do a little bit here, gotta do a little bit there, gotta do a little bit everywhere. I vacuum. Oh, it's cloudy. Oh, I already vacuumed this morning, so I'm good. Respectfully. You'll have to send to me. I just did a filter. Okay. Respectfully, why are you not more aware of your tone when talking to your husband's dad? Johnny, respectfully, why are you not aware that my personality may not line up with yours? Right? Why are you not aware that sometimes my tone needs to be that way? Because we are in a circle of chasing our tails. Why are you always respectfully assuming that my tone is mean? You know what I mean? Love always the respectfully. Respectfully, why are you such a bitch? Because sometimes you need to be, right? When your mom yelled at you because you were doing something wrong, or, you know, when your kids are doing shit and you have to get a tone, think about that. Think about that. Be kind and think about the situations that may be leading up to the tone. The curt, short, direct answers. Oh no, Danielle's being short. Shit, I wonder what's going on. He must have been on a repeating cycle. She must be trying to keep him safe, you know? Respectfully, think. Yeah, there you have it. So how's that doing? Oh, I'm sorry, Smart Ash. Yeah, he's doing great. I mean, you know, to be expected. He's 93. You know, he just had hip surgery, battling God age and whatever else is failing in his body. I mean, you know, it is what it is. He was really tired yesterday. I haven't videoed him in several days. That's why you're seeing a lot of older clips from him, because by the time I'm with him, he doesn't look great. You know, he's tired. He's kind of slurring because he's tired. And he's just not presentable. I've been busy lately, so I don't have the time to sit and catch him. You know, sometimes I miss those moments, right? I miss those moments because of the shit that I'm getting done. Hi, Storms. Tap, 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 tap. If you ain't tapping, you're napping. Yeah, so Johnny, it's, you know, everybody's different. You know, I mean, and respectfully, it's important to realize, like, if you watch the videos enough, you'll be able to see that Ed has a stubborn streak, right? He's stubborn, he's mighty, and he likes control. Hi, Nona. And so sometimes when you're chasing the tails, you have to get really short. Now, not everybody with dementia or Alzheimer's do you do that, right? But with him, you have to be assertive, because he will try to manipulate and control the situation. And no, that can't happen. The caregiver was wonderful, Kelly. I left at 10:30. I left before she got there. Dan was like, well, what am I gonna do for lunch? Dude, you got a caregiver. Oh yeah, that's right. So when I got home,
after my day. It was 2:30. Carrie, Joanne, and Mark were here. The caregiver was here. Dan bought her lunch. Everybody came over. So, I mean, come on. You know, come on. So it was a good day, but he really was tired yesterday. You know, he hasn't been sleeping well. He's been up. Last night he slept a little bit better. And believe it or not, well, that was easy, Johnny. That was easy. I'm so masculine. Thank you. I actually love muscles. Yeah. So I do not worry about looking masculine. I'm happy with my looks. Yeah. Hi guys. Hi Jade. Hi Christy. Hi Helen. Did anybody check out the new merch line? Did anybody just peruse it? Anybody? I checked it today. I posted some pictures today. Yeah, so, yeah, I mean, people think they're gonna get me with stupid shit like, you look like you're a dude. Okay, well, then I look like a dude. It's rough. Hi, Lee. Yes, was it cool? What did you think? What did you think? I just want you guys to tell me what you think. There was a Mother's Day. Jilly did a Mother's Day sweater. If any of you wanted to get your mom a sweatshirt, there was a caregiver sweatshirt she made. So she's done a lot. She's been busy. The crop top, they're cute, huh? You got the preview of the book? Hi, Beach Man. I don't think I look like a dude either. I don't. I'm getting older, but somebody yesterday was like, oh, I can see from way beginning to now. God, this gig has aged you. I don't think the gig has aged me. I just think life in general. I mean, you can't stop the clocks at all with how your body's gonna, you know, nothing defies age, you know. The aviation, yeah, isn't it cute? So cute. Hi, Janet, how are you? Hello from Canada. So, yeah, today's gonna be another busy day. I'll be lucky if I get any new footage of Ed. It all depends on how he's doing. You know, Dan gets him pretty much in the morning, right? And then I'm putzing around, getting the house together, cleaning, making beds, doing all those things. And so I miss sometimes I don't have time to sit and coax things, right, out of Ed. I'm just a busy bee. So if the video presents itself, I do it. But if it doesn't, then you get old shit. Yeah. Hello, Teresa from the UK. I know, I don't feel like I look like a man. I don't. I'm aging, well, because I'm going to be 51 on Monday. But other than that, I don't think I look masculine. My body looked more masculine when I did CrossFit. Yeah, so anyway. Anybody in the Elk Grove area, please hit me up. I got a nice rental for rent. It's available today. I got to do some work with renting. See, that's the thing. People have to understand that my job isn't just the house. You know, it's other things too. Everything is my job around here. So I got to find time to decide to try to get my house rented. I got to go down. Dan doesn't do any of that shit. So that takes away from my time to find the time to do my shit that I need to do. While still trying to run a business, merch, book, you know, this stuff for you guys. So, like, Danielle doesn't have a lot of time, a lot of opportunities. And then, don't rent your house. And then when I take a gum and it sends me to the nether regions again, the trolls are gonna love this one. Did he apologize? That was still like last year, Chantel. No, he's never gonna apologize. He pissed me off again this morning, big surprise. See, Dan, you have to realize he gets more angry. Remind me to tell you what the trolls are gonna love. With the gummy, it's gummy. Dan is pent up, no sex, right, basically. So the longer he goes without sex, the more, you know, no's he gets, I'm too tired or whatever. It just snowballs. And then he becomes a bigger prick. It's most men, right? The more lack of sex they have, the longer it goes, the more prickish they become, because the little penises are sad or something, because they don't have the warm walls of the vagina. So when he gets like this, I don't feed into it. I'm sorry, your penis is cold. Fix your attitude and maybe it'll be warm again. You know what I mean? So anyhow, right. So speaking of the trolls, they're gonna love this. Trolls, listen up. Get your spiral notebooks down. Get your pad and paper. Get your stenography equipment out, because here is one for you. You're gonna love it. Now, you know how everybody loves to complain that I love to shove Grandpa off to bed, right? I love to put him in bed as early as possible. It's still light out. Yeah, because it's called daylight fucking savings. It doesn't get light here till about, it doesn't start getting dark till after 8. So, yes, Ed likes to go to bed between, sometimes I'm fighting him, right, to stay up at 5. Last night he was eating dinner. I fixed him dinner early. So trying to get dinner done by 4:30 and get him eating by 4:30, right? Because he starts falling asleep. So for all the trolls, the information hasn't come yet, but I'm leading up to it. So if I wait till 5 now, he's really falling asleep, and it takes him like an hour and a half to eat dinner. We can't do that, right? Hour and a half is way too long. So I'm gonna start feeding him by about 4:30ish, if not sooner, if I can. So then last night at 5 o'clock, he was still eating 30 minutes later. And I've dumbed down his meals because it takes him so long. So he's already falling asleep at 5:13 in his bowl, right? So I keep startling him up, getting him up, like it's too early. However, guess who else was ready for bed? Me. Yep. I'd taken a gummy, knocked my ass out again. You guys, I'm no good on those things. It doesn't matter what brand, daytime, nighttime, anywhere in between time, it treats me all the same. They do me dirty. Not so dirty that, I wouldn't do them again, because I'll do another one today, but they just knock my ass out. So 5:13, Ed and I are both falling asleep. He's falling asleep at the table. Shit, I ate dinner at 3:30 because I hadn't eaten all day. So I'm falling asleep. Grandpa's falling asleep. And I looked at Dan and I said, I think it's time to get Grandpa to bed. Dan looked at me. He's all, what the fuck is wrong with you? It's 5:13. I said, well, look at both of us. We're both tired. I'm ready for bed. I'm ready for bed. Shit. I gotta stay up. You're gonna make me stay up and make Grandpa stay up? What kind of bullshit is that? So, I was like, fuck it. I got my lazy ass up. And he finished. I gave him a sponge bath, shaved his face, got him up, dropped him in the room with Dan. Because by that time, hi Pedro, it was like 5:49, so we're getting further along. And he was still falling asleep. I was like, this guy's falling asleep, he's exhausted. Dan's like, just put him in here with me. So every time I walk by, he's slumped over in the chair, asleep. Dan's doing his shit, ignoring him. I'm like, what's the point? I'm not putting him into bed, right, at this point. He's sleeping. So I quickly changed his sheets because I didn't have a chance to do that yesterday. So I quickly changed him, got him a fresh bed, and then I put him to bed. So he got into bed finally about like 6:39 when I was done. I vacuumed his room before. So when I change bed, I always vacuum, but when you change the bedding, he flakes. His skin flakes like crazy. I have oil that I've been putting on him. Yeah, he's just tired. But he didn't sleep very much the night before. And then he had a house full of people. And so everybody was keeping him up. So, anywho, trolls, I put Grandpa to bed when he's exhausted, and he makes his own schedule. At 5:13, he would have been happily into bed, just like I would have been, right? I mean, it's normal, right? It's okay. But we forced him up, and he wasn't really up. He was dozing and waking up and dozing and waking up. So finally, I finished a couple more things and got him to bed. So I had bathed him, a sponge bathed him, and then I had given him brushed his teeth and done all that stuff. He couldn't even stand up to brush his teeth. That's how tired he was. He couldn't even hold himself up. So, so finally put him to bed. I think he got up a couple times. I heard Dan, because Dan was up, you know. So if Dan's up, he might as well take care of him, right? Why should I get out of bed if I'm sleeping? So I let Dan worry about it. Just, you know, tugging on the catheter, per usual. So, so that was the night. That was our night. So the gum gums, as much as I love the way they feel, they just zonk me out. And I took one early because my pain level is so high by the end of the day that I don't want to start with wine anymore, because then you drink more, right? And I don't want to drink more. So I'm starting with the gummy first, earlier, because it's about an hour before it kicks in. And then I'll pour wine. And then 2 glasses of wine lasts me forever. It's forever, you know? If I don't have the gum in, then I can go through two glasses within, like, you know, like I was in a check-in contest. So I'm trying something new because I don't want to drink a ton of sugar all the time. I spent forever getting parts of a tick out of my husband's back. Ooh. Ooh. No, thank you. He does, Pamela, sometimes. Yeah, depends on his night. He hasn't pooped in like 2 days. He went from pooping every day to not pooping. So I think whenever he doesn't poop, I think he's just more uncomfortable. He feels more pressure, right? So the tricks of the trade with the disease. Yeah, no thanks, JD. No thanks. Yeah, what were you fornicating in the swallows? The swallows of, I don't know. Are you fornicating like your turtles in your little turtle hatchery? Yeah, no. This time of year is really high in ticks. So keep your backs covered and your parts covered, because they're out to get you. Did he? No, he hasn't taken pain meds since before he left the hospital. Yeah, no. Like maybe a Tylenol here and there, but no, he doesn't have pain meds. He didn't come home with any, just Tylenol. Yeah. Oh, hi, Shari. I'm glad to see you too. So, no, I don't want to go to Jade. She has ticks. Yeah, no, he stopped taking pain meds. Pain meds made him, pain meds didn't help him. Pain meds didn't even like take the pain away. He was still bitching and complaining. Ed is a fucking beast. He's a tank. So when I say that, like, they just made him groggy and they set him back, you know, like days of recovery. So we stopped those probably 2 days before he left the hospital. All he got was Tylenol. Yeah. And then he was getting more alert. The pain meds just whack him out. And they didn't really help. He was still, you know, most people get pain meds and they're knocked out. Ed was still fidgety and irritating. Like he just never settled. So it was horrible. So yeah, so no, pain is not, you know, a thing. He's not built that way, right? He's never been built to take medicine. He's built to oppose it and deal with the pain. You'll take the flea and tick prevention shit. I gotta call the vet again today too. So we're having trouble getting her pee-pee pills. And so they did it through the company, and then I was supposed to pay for it, but it's not coming through, so shit. Yeah, so pain meds are no good. Pain meds are no good for dementia. I don't think so. And the fact that, you know, he just he just doesn't settle him down. It doesn't take away the fidgets. If it took away the fidgets, then it would be a different story. But it makes him more agitated. Thank you, Lou. Yes. Tap, 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 tap. On the TikTok, you guys keep tacking. Hi, Keisha. On YouTube, you got to give it just one thumbs up. That's all you have to do. My exercise motivation. Let me tell you something. I'm struggling every day, but I just push myself out the door. There's no magical solution. You just got to put one foot in front of the other. Think of it like you don't wait to go to the bathroom, right? And if you wait too long, you might have an accident. Same thing with exercise. Just walk where it is, and then you're forced to do it. So, hi Darla, how are you, girl? There's no easy. I mean, the older I get, and I'm still playing with my hormones, right? So I got my, yes, and it sets them back. Hi Dee. So I just went up, for all you Meno ladies, I went up and on my estrogen patch, I started last night. I'm trying to get back to a comfortable balance. And the balance that I was on was not comfortable. Let me tell you, it was horrible. It was horrible. So I waited a month, it didn't regulate. So I texted my doctor and I said, okay, I need some help. I need to go up. It's too low, I think. So I'm hoping we went up the next notch. So I'm hoping this gives me a little bit more relief and consistency, because I think some of that's my, that feeling of dread, you know? Everything just seems like it takes so much effort for me right now. And I think that's the problem with me wanting to sleep, is that depression. It's that menopausal depression that from fucking up with my hormones and stuff like that. So I just want to sleep, right? Hi, Brian. I'm working hard for you. If you're not tapping, you're clapping. So napping, whatever. So everything is a huge feat for me to get accomplished. So exercise, you know, this morning I was dragging my tail a little bit because I didn't want to run, you know. Everything's just like, whatever. I gotta get to my rental. It's 10 minutes away, right? 10 minutes away. And I feel like it's the biggest thing that I have to do, right? There's so much, I mean, it's weighing on, like, oh, I gotta leave the house and go to the rental, you know? Oh yeah, so I'm basically on HRT, which is just a menopausal patch, but it's finding your balance, right, to get you out of that slump. And right now, it's gonna probably take another week or so to notice if this higher percentage is gonna help me get a little bit better. I'm not expecting a full recovery because that's impossible, but I need something more than what I got. Yeah, I just gotta get the right dose, 100%. So Francine, I need to lose weight too. Let me tell you something else these gummies are doing. Yep. Woo! You know, when you hit a certain threshold, you know, you start munching, you know what I mean? Another UTI, ugh. Francine, that will do it. You just gotta take deep breaths and get along with it. Thanks, Jane. Ed, if Doctor didn't have it, he wouldn't be able to thrive. He's doing good. I mean, he's doing good. And, you know, when I'm not here, Dan's here. And it's, you know, I give him more attention, I think, because I'm by him a lot more than Dan is. But it is what it is. Can I see who taps? Yes, I could look it up. They give you who taps the most. You can see like a top 10, and then it goes on. Yeah, Angela, I've never had that problem. But my hormones are off too. You know, how much do I run? Lately, I've been running 2 miles, and then I'll walk 2 or 3. So, hi, Funny Me. Good morning, Lee to Low. So yes, I could check. I don't have time to do all the, top 10 people. I don't have, you guys, my time is so limited. Like, a lot of people take and do their analytics and shit. I barely have time to wipe my ass, so when I have the time, sometimes I meander, but I really don't have a lot of time. Hi from Switzerland. One problem after another. Yes, was edgy and stress of living him is terrible. Yes, so we have a friend's brother who has stones right now, and he's in the hospital, and I don't know. There's a lot of complications, but shit happens, man. That's why you guys got to eat healthy. You got to drink enough water. Water is like withholds the pH and all that shit in your system from all the crappy shit you're eating. You guys got to lower your grease, your fats. You got to eat more plants and lean meats, less processed. So I walked 2 miles today. Yes, that is good, Ann. That is good. I could help everybody. I know I have a couple of people who've reached out to me. Now the trolls are going to love this. A couple of people have reached out to me. I've offered it before, and then I just didn't really have time for life coach, right? Just like the way I talk, it resonates with them. And so I'm, with all my spare time, I'm thinking I could probably charge a fee and do one-on-ones. So I might start perusing that idea again, because there's been 2 people who are like, okay, I know you offered it in the past, but how are you, is it something I really love, because I love the way you communicate and you talk and everything like that. And so, yes, so I was thinking, I think we could work something out, as long as people are flexible, right? As long as people are flexible with me and wanting however much time they want. I'm thinking, like, for just somebody who just is me, right? Like me, Danielle, you guys know me. So I had some prices in my head, like, what would you, mosquito. Got it. Just call me Danielle Miyagi. What would you pay to have an hour or 45 minutes with me? What would you pay? No, in all seriousness, like, what do you pay? What would you pay? I don't know. Mrs. Miyagi-san. Yeah. So maybe I'll change my name to Mrs. Miyagi-san. If you had the funds, right, and you wanted somebody to talk to extra just to help you guide life, help you with my normal shit, with me. Hi, Gator. What would you think was reasonable? Now, I get you for free every day, but people specifically want their questions asked. They want my time. $50 for 45 minutes, $200. Shit, girl, that's way too expensive. I'm going to tell you what I thought. I recently lost 90 pounds naturally. Sodas, eating lean meats, water. That's it, Lisa. That's how you do it. And I'm asking because I have numbers in my head that I think are reasonable for my time. $75. Anybody else? I thought originally when I was talking about doing it, what's 50 pounds though? Let's throw out the bids. What would you pay? $1 a minute? I've done up to $45 an hour for my writing coaching services that are done. And yes, 50 minutes. Okay, so did I hear 300? No, I don't have no. I'm not Mel Robbins, 30. So I would think, Michelle said $80 an hour for 40 or 30 minutes. So here's $4.99. Gee, see, that appears to be what you're paying for my member. Okay, so this is what I thought originally for my personal trainer, $70 an hour. So I originally thought an hour would be $100. Yeah, I originally thought an hour for $100. If you want 30 to 45 minutes would be 75 is what I thought. Yeah, half-hour sessions. I mean, I would probably do, I'd have to pay through work. I was talking to my youngest son who lives here. I told him that I couldn't miss your live videos. He understands. And, and some of this is enough for you guys, right? Just me coming on and bitching about my life and, talking about the assholes of the world or whatever. Do I take Blue Cross? No, it has to be cash pay. And so we did, we had a great time in Vegas. I want to go back. I feel like we need a do-over already. And so, like, people just want to be able to, they like the way I handle things, right? They like the way I talk. They resonate with whatever I'm saying. They think I have good advice no matter what. And so they want just to be able to have that one-on-one where they can ask the questions and I can just give them my full attention. So, yes. Well, and that's the thing. It's half an hour, $100 for a half hour. That's way too expensive. That's way too expensive. Because I don't have, I'm a child development major, right? I was 3/4 of the way through my teaching credential, but it's my life experiences and it's the things I've learned through life that people are in your book and somebody's, yeah. So I was thinking $75 an hour for like 45 minutes, an hour, or 75, 75 for, should I just do 75 for 30 and then an hour for 100? Yeah, probably. That's probably what I'm thinking because, my time is valuable. I think I have great insight, great experience. And I think I can hold those of you who need to be accountable. I think I can hold you accountable for that, and I think I could help a lot of people, especially one-on-one. Francine, one day, hopefully I'll be able to travel. I just can't do long travels right now because of Ed. Hi, Sherry. How are you, girl? So I think that's what I'm going to do. $25 per 15-minute intervals. Okay, that's great, Pam. I can see that. So I think that would be good. That's a good one. I like that, how you put that. I think one day I'm going to go on a trip to California. I've never been there, and I really want to visit. Money, 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 money. Yeah. I'd like to buy a 15-minute increment, please. How to do one thing during that hour. Here's the thing. My earbuds will go wherever, right? So I can still clean and I can still do my thing and schedule time, right? So like I said, I would schedule them on certain days and do things that way. Yeah. Okay. So anyhow, so yes, I did offer it a while ago, and then I had a couple of people vacillating back and forth, and then, and then I was thinking, okay, great. Nobody really wants to do it. So I'll leave it open. If the door's open, people want to do it, you know where to find me. Yeah. You know where to find me. Yes, Christina, I'm doing 2 platforms at the same time, and I've actually been reading both very well. Thank you. Anyhow, so that's it. That's what I'm doing. So, I drive around town, people gotta barf all their stuff out at first. They do. I hope a certain someone re-signs up. I don't remember who that certain someone is. Dan, he needs it. I wonder if Dan will pay for my insightfulness. I wonder if he would really appreciate my insightfulness. No. Zelda knows she got shit for free. That was back in my insightful days. Zelda said, and Danielle's not afraid to call you out on your shit and make you self-reflect. No, I have to say I've made her cry a couple times. Not on purpose, but, she needs, that's the thing, y'all. Y'all, you all can't, I'm not going to pussyfoot around anything. If you want my advice and my opinions, y'all are going to have to hear it, whether you like it or not. And not hold a grudge against me, because that's what you'd be paying for. Is your tattoos our tattoos? Yes. My Ruby, I needed them because I have no tattoos. I do have tattoos. I have no eyebrows left. So perimenopause took that away from me. Yeah. Another thing that, so I'm harsh. I'm to the point, and I will not pussyfoot around anything. So if you want somebody like that in your life, well, sign up, because I'll be your man. And I only said man because a lot of people are like, she's so masculine. I'll be whatever you want me to be. Just, we only pay for communications over the phone, real life communications, nothing fancy, nothing funny, and no funny business. Yeah. So, is Dan still in the picture after yesterday? Dan's hanging on by a thread. Mm-hmm. He's hanging. Like, he's mostly hanging on a thread. You remember those cats in the school? in the school counselor's office, they used to say, hang in there, hang in there, and it was the barely hanging on the wall. That's what Dan's doing, yeah. So let me find conversation or FaceTime. So yes, so you can FaceTime me if you want to look at my face. If you just want to talk, somebody was like, what if I just want to talk? I'm like, well, you can talk. I mean, you can talk. You have to buy my time to talk, but you have to talk. Because I don't got time to give away freebies anymore. Let's just say, will it be phone or FaceTime? It could be phone or FaceTime, whichever you want. I don't care. If you want me to see you're beautiful. No, Dan hasn't apologized. I told you guys he will never apologize. You guys don't believe me. You think Dan is somebody he is not. Well, let me tell you people, Dan has never apologized to me a day in my life. No. So I don't know what y'all think you're waiting for. Don't hold your breath, because you would have been dead already. What's up, Marty? How you feeling? Bruh, how you feeling? Yeah, my husband has never, he doesn't say I'm sorry to anybody. Never, no. I'm gonna schedule a quickie. $25. I'm just kidding. I try to schedule quickies whenever I feel like giving it to him, but he doesn't want no quickie anymore. I'm like, bro, that's all you're gonna get. I mean, I'm not in the mood to be fondled or played with. And maybe it's been a while, but it's just my body changing, and I'm not looking for pleasure. So if you want a hole, you have a hole. But that's all you're gonna get from me. I'll move a little bit, but I gotta save up my strength for picking Mr. Ed up. You have menopause. Yes, as do most women in this age of 50. Yeah. Tell him you're tired. Yeah, I am tired. What did Dan do? He called me the N-word the other day. Remember, Tracy? We had a big fight, and he yelled at me and called me the N-word. Yeah, the N-word with a T on the end. Yeah, he did. Menopause is stealing my sanity. Yeah. Somebody can take my spot. Carlos, if somebody pushed me out of the way, I would be forever grateful. Like, I am not threatened by that. I mean, people come, well, he can find it somewhere else. Well, toodaloo, motherfucker. Toodaloo, yeah. There's always my feet, yes. I know, Sades. No, you can't borrow a hole, just my husband. Hi, Nikki. Been at the beach in Spain where the surf was up. The waves are amazing. Oh, the beach. Get down a blow up doll. Yeah, I'm surviving, right? And I'm still taking care of the shit. So, hey, that's a plus. I've been in since I was 38. So I started at Lisa at 36, but it wasn't this bad, right? It's really gotten worse progressively. You sent me a birthday card? I love birthday cards. Yeah. So anyhow, that's just where I'm at. I mean, people don't want to understand, right, how you're feeling or what you're going through, the aches and pains. I mean, there's so many. I was on menopausal talk, right? Now I've got this wild woman at home, except Marty. Marty has a sphinx. He's got a woman who's my age or a little bit older, I think, and she's a wild one. So he tires him out. He needs the infusions to keep up with his wife, right? I mean, what man needs an infusion to keep? Anyhow, he's a lucky man. That's what he is. So, good thing he's got a wife that keeps him busy. It keeps him healthy. Well, kind of. He has to get infusions for that. He gets dehydrated a lot because she keeps him moving and grooving. Yeah. So here's the thing. I'm gonna tell you something. Flat out. It's a very tough time. Menopause could trick doctors into disorders that we may have, but they're just thinking it's menopause. There's so many things go hand in hand when you're in menopause. ADHD, ADD, whatever. What else there was? Anxiety disorders. What else was there? There's so many, I can't think right now, but there's so many things that affect us during this time. Aches and pains. You have back pain, you have shoulder pain. My shoulder froze up the other day. You have stupid shit like that thank you, menopause, for all your influxes in the hormones, right? The mania, depression, right? Depression, I'm in depression right now. because my hormones are all over the place. It doesn't know what to do. It's hard. Everything seems so difficult, right? Everything you do takes the life out of you. I want to go to bed at 5. You guys, that's not just the gummy. The gummy just accentuates it, but I'm ready for bed at 5, you know? So my anxiety is terrible, heart palpitations, right? Dry skin, itchy skin, tinnitus. You can get tinnitus during perimenopause. Hi Trent, how are you? It has been a while. So there's so many things that comes in the form of perimenopause and gets misdiagnosed, or don't get diagnosed because everybody blames it on menopause. So you're tired. Sometimes that happens to me. It's either I'm so exhausted, I get in bed and I'm up, headaches, yep. TMJ, yep. Maureen over here says she's an expert on everything. Keep complaining, we all go through it. Honey, I'm speaking facts, girl. I see a cockroach crawled up your ass today, right? You're here. I didn't invite you here. You came on because you chose to come on. I am talking to all the other women who agree with me and want to vent. Obviously, you're perfect. Yes, we all go through it, but thank God we're not bitchy like you. To strangers, you have no idea about, Maureen. Maybe that's part of your ugliness, but not here. We don't accept ugly here. So if you're going to be ugly here, I'll fucking block your ass. Yeah. Oh, okay, bye. Girl, bye. We don't like ugly. Do you smoke cigarettes by chance? Probably. She probably a Pall Mall face. Yeah, I got rid of her. You do, Trent. You never know what you're going to get over here. You're never going to get, these people think like they're burning me. Facial scrub, she comes in all hot and heavy. Girl, you ain't. Because there's one thing I don't have is ugliness like you. So I'm doing better than you are. So we need reassurance that you're not alone. Dry skin, dry vagina. Trent, have you ever felt a dry vagina before? It's probably not pleasant. Don't do it. Avoid the dry vaginas. Yeah. So hi, Carol. So yes, these are some of the things that we're going through, and it affects us every day. And it affects our loved ones. But my point of that, before Maureen came in so ugly, is that Trent's laughing. He's like, girl, you don't even know the dry vagina that I've had. Fuck. We had to buy a gallon of lubey tube at the good old Costco or Sam's Club, because she needs about a quarter tank to fill her up and lube her up. Yeah, shit. Don't even talk about it. One time the vagina was so dry, it felt like there was sandpaper on my peen. I was afraid to pull it out. I was afraid to look at it. What if he was bleeding? Yeah, no. Anyhow, that's what it feels like to us. So you may not feel it as dry, but we feel those things. Yeah, we feel them. The minute it goes in, we're like, oh, why does that feel like? Do you have glass? Excuse me, sir. Is there glass on your paint? Do you have barbed wire? Did you grow? Did you put some, what's that growing plant shit? The grow, Miracle Grow. Did you just double in size since last night? Because why does it feel like I'm a virgin all over again? Yeah, that's what it feels like. They're all going, oh, that was good, baby. That was good. And we're like, yeah, it was great. Now get the fuck off. It's not fun. No. I'm dead. I think she died. Lynn, I keep telling Dan she died. It's like a fish out of water. You leave them out of water long enough, those fuckers are dying. They're dried out. They need water to survive. Well, we need moisture to survive, and we need our hormones. It's cooked. She's well done. Yeah. Oh, shit. The burning. Yeah, no, and men are just like, God, that was great. Honey, why you got that face? Well, because that didn't feel so great for me. It felt like the first time. How many of you were like, yeah, the first time was great? Who was scared to do it again? I was, because it hurt. It wasn't pleasant. Every time it took a while for it to loosen up or something, but it felt the same way. That feeling of shards in your vagina hole. Shit balls. Anyhow, that's a new feeling for me because my hormones are changing. Yeah, so, anyhow. So, So yeah, so true. See, you're feeling it because have you talked about it, T? Have you told any about the fucking shards in your vagina? Oh, I'm here to speak for you. I am the mouth of you women because I have no faults. Oh, I have plenty of faults, but I have no worries about the real fucking shit. The real fucking shit. I haven't had sex since that one time last week. Or have I? I think I have. But it felt the same. My whole felt torn. Yeah. Now, I know she hasn't shrunk up unless we do that. Does the vagina hole shrink up in menopause? Is that why? Or do we get vaginized? Once again, because everything's dry and it just is cracked and we got pock marks in it and cracks and shit that makes it smaller. Yeah, no, I'll take my big open gaping hole. That was moist at one point. Anything for that. Honey, I didn't feel you. That was okay. I want to go back to that. He goes harder thinking he's a stud muffin. Right. Does he look at, do you make that face? Next time, make that face, girl. He looks down at you, like he's gonna slap his ass. Yeah, baby, get it. Rip me further open. Make me bleed. And then push him the fuck off and said, the next time you double your speed, when I'm wincing, I'm kicking you in the balls with my knee. So, motherfucker, that's not, baby, you're riding it good. That's, baby, you're hurting me. Yeah. Do my kids watch my lives? Jennifer, probably not. Andrew, occasionally, and Hannah's boyfriend does. And he'll send her clips sometimes and be like, your mom today, you know, and some of Andrew's friends sometimes, yeah. So thank God there's two sets of lips. It's not the outer lips that's the problem, Roger. The outer lips, I don't know, how old are you, Roger? Have you ever been with a 50-year-old woman? Well, their outer lips shrink up to nothing. So all you see is the inner lips and the beam. Because the outer lips are no longer helpful. They don't protect anymore. They're just like, bitch, you're gonna dry up anyway, so might as well. So the outer lips no longer help and keep you moist. I've decided that we need the outer lips to encompass and keep everything, a protective layer to keep the moisture in the hole, you know? So they shrink up and they go out here and everything on the inside is just here. So you see it all. It's the inner lips, honey, that hurts. Those inner labia majora into the booty hole, not the booty hole, the vagina hole that gets you, anyhow. You're a man, you just shove it in, don't care with the pain that we come, just shove it in. I mean, I just got a penis, I don't feel any hurt. Baby, you feel tight today. Baby, because I'm dry. I'm dry and it's shrunk up because it needs, what do you do when you dehydrate? Your body, like, you know, you see those old people and everything's all sucked in and shit. It's because they're not drinking enough water. Same thing happens with the vagina. So meanwhile, you're thinking, oh, baby, you feel great today. This is a great hole. Wow, I'm going to really get off. Your baby's in pain. Yeah, she's in pain. Look at her face. Take a minute just to look, you know? And most likely she's going to be like this. Yeah, baby, feels great. Keep going. No, not harder. A little bit slow. Thanks. Hey, did we run out of that loop? Honey, you're going to have to speed this shit up because I'm on fire. You know? No. See? Roger, you're welcome. Next time you look at a 50-year-old vagina, you're going to see the very thing that I described to you. Now, not all 50-year-olds' outer lips shrink up. No. But for half of the women, we lose the outer lip. And I'm assuming that maybe the women with the fluffier lips that cover the whole kit and caboodle, are you more moist? Let me ask you that. I'm just going to come out right there. Is your protective layer keeping all the moisture in it, is what I'm thinking. Olive oil is better than lube. Honey, I need the Presidente olive oil. Nothing but the best for my lady parts. Hi, Dacky. Oh, shit. Fuck that shit. You know what? Here's what I think. Unless you want sex, right? Fine. Lube the fucker up. Get it, love it, and enjoy every minute of it. If you are looking for an excuse not to have it anymore because your body is just not wanting to be touched, right? Sorry, she dead. She dead. She's dried up. She died with dehydration and lack of hormone. There's no reviving her. And that's what you tell your husbands. And buy him a pocket pussy if he needs to get off. Other than that, just give him some lotion for his hands. He'd be fine. You know, think about the years that we had prior to the dry up, right? Think about the years that we've had. He should be fine for a lifetime. I gave him a ride for his life. I gave him experiences. All he has to do is press rewind and reinvent and bring him back up to the forefront. Rewind, please be kind, rewind. And find those moments that you loved, right? This bitch is done. She's sailed. She's dead. Yeah. This reimagine. Yeah. How's your eavesdrop? Debbie, well, you want to hear what Danielle has to say? Put him on. What do you want me to say? Girl, I got you. Debbie's dead, husband. Her lips have shrunk up. She's dried as a motherfucker. And she ain't looking for olive oil, coconut oil, or any KY jelly. So just move along. She'd be happy to buy you a pocket pussy or some lube for your hands. There you have it. We done. We've done our time. We've had some hot moments. We've had some good times. And we've done things we probably won't even tell our kids. Not me, because I do tell my kids those things. Anyway, just torture them. Just to torture. But she's done. She's looking towards the next phase of her life of no sex. Our bodies were made for sex, babies, nursing, no more. We've hit the blockade of cement dome. No more, we're done. Our purpose on the earth is to be done with pleasing our man. We are now at the time of our man pleasing us. Period. Is my husband here? He's here. He needs to listen to this shit. We have pleased you our half of our lives. Really, literally, he's taken my life, Dan. So since he's taken my life, it's time for him now. The blockade is set up, and it's fucking unfair, right? You think about all the things we did for them. Now, some of you kinky fucks are out there, but for those of you, right, who really did things to help your husband with his fucking penis and his fantasy, some of you are out there, I know, doing shit, because we gotta loosen up. Alcohol's not enough. Anywho, we give them half of our lives. Blockade up. Now, it's not fair because we've done this. We've birthed your children. We've given you namesakes, right? We've nursed them. We've changed their diapers. We've gone on with a no sleep while you nestled alone in your bed in another room. We've cleaned their houses. We've scheduled doctor's appointments. We have scheduled games. We have done all the taxing around. We've scheduled everything. Now is your time to see what you can do for us. We have done it all. Now, you bastards get less time because we've already devoted most of our young lives to you, our vibrant vaginas, all that shit. Now, when we're dying up and shriveling up with all this fucking shit that happens in our body, now's the time for you to get on board and treat us the way we have given you life, liberty, and everything you have. You, Danielson, have had the life that most men want to live. right? You became a lawyer, you made shit ton of money, you had a beautiful wife on your shoulder, you liked to show her around. She allowed you to accomplish all these things in your life while she was slowly losing a part of herself at the time. But here I am, rising to the occasion. I'm dying inside. I'm dying in my brain. Everything's going to shit. Now's your time to step up. For all the pleasantries I gave you for years, it's time for you to give me back and see what you can do to help me improve. How about that? And my point of all this at the beginning was, most men don't take the time to understand what we're going through, right? Most men just like, ugh, I don't know, fucking menopause again. I don't know, something hurts. Something, by Ames, love you. Something aches. I don't know, they're pissy. Her mood switches in a heartbeat. I hear damn everything. Fuck menopause. She just uses it as an excuse. Everything. I'm depressed. Oh, you're fine. This is my husband. I'm really overwhelmed right now. I'm anxious. Well, just take a deep breath. Don't do it. Okay, don't do it. Don't pay the taxes. Don't pay the bills. Don't fucking find a tenant to rent our fucking house. All this shit. Well, just hire somebody. Okay, because we have so much excess money, we can hire people to do all my shit that I'm strained to do, right? That would be the time for Dan to be like, oh, honey, what do you want me to take on? What would you like me to take off your shoulders? You want me to go get Grandpa lunch? No, that doesn't help me. That doesn't help me. No. Maybe go rent the house. Something like that would help. Take one more stress off. Call the vet for me about the pills. What pills, he asks. He probably doesn't even know the pills. You know what I mean? Want me to cut the pasture for you? Right? Nope. Nope. No, Dan just says, well, hire somebody. My next book. Will Dan become a man that I have been waiting for? I have given him my life, I've given him my youth. And now what's left? I'm still expected to have youth and be lively and not get old and still be able to manage everything. While he sits in the chair. and takes care of his family drama. Chet, you didn't hear me. I can't afford to hire people. Women get fucked. Literally and figuratively. We don't just get fucked, but we get fucked in everything. We get fucked in the household duties, fucking kid duties, everything. Men are just like, hey, baby, you got that? Thanks. Baby, you're okay? All right. They don't even wait for the answer, Hey, baby, thank you. Gotta go. I gotta go sit down. I'm telling you, Christina, singledom is the best. Hey, baby, that looks great. Catch you in a few. Hey, you're doing a good job. I'm bending over, sweating my fucking balls off. And, Dan drives out like a bat out of hell. No, hey, baby, you're looking good. Hey, the yard's looking great. Thank you. No, just drives right on by. Not, hey, can I help you? No. Do you need me to? No, nothing, never. Mm-mm. The only thing he ever asks that I need, do you want lunch? No, when do I ever fucking want lunch? Very few far in between. Dinner. Hey, I can take care of dinner tonight. Should I get Thai food? No, motherfucker. We already spent so much money. Already. We have so much money already we spend on food, and you want to continuously eat out every fucking day. Like, I don't spend money. Stan. You spend all the money. I spend all the money. And that's the thing he does, right? Hopefully Dan Sis is supportive on your behalf. No, his mom is. His mom would say, who cares? He should worry about the money, not you. That's his mom. Yeah, Dan, no. Dan has lived a good life. I mean, let's be real. No, yeah. No, Dan would fucking shit Twinkies if he saw what it costs to run our house. And mind you, all of his office bills now come to me. So, like, our monthly nut has gone up exponentially, right? And so if Dan actually saw what we spend out there every month, I think he would be like, what the fuck? He would be like, we gotta do something. We can't afford this. We can't do this. Cut the kids off. Kids are done. How are we gonna cut these bills in half? Well, we can't now because we took over all your office shit. So now we got all these fucking shit we didn't have to do before because the office took care of it. Now we are the office now. So, who are we gonna cut? Who are we gonna cut? I don't know. Dan doesn't want to see the expenses. Are you kidding me? It stresses him out. He sees the bill, he's like, here, take it. It came. I didn't even want to touch it. It feels expensive. Oh, sorry, Dr. V. I know, Sue. It's my burden. Everything's my burden. Oh, why? What do you can't rent the house? Why? Well, I don't know, because nobody's in the market for a house. So meanwhile, before I got on this live, I'm like stressed out because I'm going to get the keys, right? And that's, we make money off of that house, right? We need that money. And so I'm like reaching out to two of my real estate friends that I used to work out with. I'm like, hey, y'all need to help me out here. What am I missing? I haven't rented a house in 4 or 5 years because we've had the same tenant. And am I missing something? I used to have my houses rented before the tenants even moved out. Now, it's been on. I've read since Vegas. I've put it one ad in. So I'm like, okay, I'm getting nervous. So I mean, if I have to hire somebody, I'll hire somebody. Take away the stress because I can't handle it all, especially with these changes in my body. It feels like sometimes I can't breathe, and it stresses me out. It's more stress for me, right? It's more stress because I'm worried, that I can't get somebody in there, and then I'm gonna have to get, then I have to deal with the applications and renting people. I'm thinking I'm just gonna hire somebody. I mean, honestly, because it's just time that I don't have, and if somebody takes that off, my plate, then maybe it's better. So my real estate lady was like, hey, I got a great property manager if you want. Can I sell my rental? I could probably sell it, but I don't want to because we may use it as a retirement home. So I might just say, fuck it. I'm going to turn it over to a property manager and have them do it. Because it's one more thing like on my plate that stresses me out that I have to get done. So, make the tenants pay the fee. Maybe, yeah, I'll have to find somebody. No, and I know, and Becky, the rental is no, I'm not gonna sell it. That's our last one left. We have the office and we own the office and we own that piece of property and this one, so we only have 3 properties left. So we're not gonna sell it. I mean, the taxes are really cheap on it, so like if we ever, couldn't afford here because the taxes are exponential. So at some point, if we can't afford it, we're gonna have to move there and redo it. 10%, I know it's 10%. So I used to manage all of our properties, and it was just Dan would buy them and it would be like, oh, by the way, and so that was my job. It was like a job that I never wanted that I just had to, it just was given to me. And it always stressed me out because I hate when I get calls from them, storms. There was always issues with one of our houses that always had a big tree. And one year I broke out in shingles because of it, the stress. would be easy to rent. So I need to, that's what I think I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna hire I'm gonna hire a property manager and do both the rental and the office, I think, because he's waiting for me to do it anyway, the office. So once I can get that rented, then I'll hire somebody to clean it and move out everything. So that way it's less shit that I have to deal with and it's off my plate, right? Dan's always in the doghouse. Shit. He's always, is it closer to water? No. There is like a little creek behind the house. There's a little creek. And there's a VA right on the corner. What are those AAs? Yeah, just in case. Does Dan know Elula has an issue with my dad and evil, oh God. Dan does estate planning. Yeah, I mean, he does do that. It's in Elk Grove, Old Elk Grove. Yeah, Old Elk Grove, off of Kent Street. Yeah, it's a really cute house. It's 100 years old. It's like a great house. I mean, it's got quirks because it's 100 years old. Like there's a wrench on one of the, shower, the hot water, I think, because it's knob and tube and copper piping, and the only way to fix it is we bought it that way, but the only way to fix it is to redo all the, stuff in it. Well, we're not doing that until we move in. So it's a 3-bedroom. Yeah. So it's a 3-bedroom inside farmhouse kitchen. There's a big shop in the back. There is a loft up top, but it's not something I want you to utilize the loft for, like maybe storage or something, because it's half done and we don't have water going to the loft anymore. So because it was yeah, anyway, so we have a big shop. So yeah, so 3-bedroom inside the house. Do I still do nightly lives? Charlie, I only do them with my members on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Dan and I haven't been able to lately because with Ed and our workload has gone up with him. Getting him to bed is like a 30-40 minute ordeal. So no, we haven't figured out a way to do them jointly yet. Oh my God. The shop is, all of Dan. The shop is huge. So the people we bought it from built that shop. And they put a loft. So the loft it wasn't completely finished, but it has it would have like a little kitchenette, but it wasn't a full kitchenette. So eventually, when we redo that, it'll be functioning, and if I have guests over or something, they can still do it. Ed had a house. Yeah, no, he had a house. We live in Cameron Park now. I'm paying $3,000, so looking in that price range. Oh, really, Tammy? Well, you have to message me. I'm asking $29.50 for mine. $29.50. I was doing $32, but I just went down because nobody was asking. Someone said caregivers is the toughest thing ever. Respect to you all. Yeah, hi, Jane. Jane, you're alive. It's so damn stressful, Becky. It's so damn stressful. Yeah, and it's a cute little neighborhood. It's close to schools if you have kids. Yeah, message me, Mrs. DCell Norcal 3 at gmail.com. Gmail.com. $29.50. I originally had it on for $3,200 because I think it's worth that. I think it's worth $3,200 because the property's big. Hi, Jihad. And it's just really cute and quaint, and it's close to, grocery. You can walk places. Starbucks is on the corner. You can walk to CVS. The grocery store is like several blocks down. Lots of eateries and stuff like that. So it's really conveniently located in Old Elk Grove. So, fuck. When I was waiting for my airplane that was delayed, leaving from Vegas back to home, I was working, putting it on the market. Yeah, so it's been crazy. So yeah, and I think it's like ready. I think I haven't seen it in 4 or 5 years. I've seen the outside of it, but I've never gone in since then. But it looks really clean. I think they hired a professional cleaner to clean it, so I got to go over there today and look at it. Where are you going? Yeah, it's the hardest and rewarding at the same time. It really is. I mean, it really is. At 10:30, yeah. Bluetooth is gonna go off. Sorry, I had to turn off the Bluetooth. He will never back out of the driveway. It makes me laugh. The guy is like afraid to back out of the driveway. So afraid. Let me go to the bathroom really quick. Yeah, he's leaving right now. Isn't that crazy? Ed's eating. We got him up. Yay, Dan. Hi, Memes. Anyway, sorry. I had to pee. Now, if he was nice, right, he would say, "Oh, honey, let me go by the house. Let me look at it. Let me see what needs to be done." Yeah, but he would have no idea. He would have no idea what the expectations are. He'd walk in and be like, "Oh, it looks great," and it would need some shit done. Anyhow, now I am, yeah. I have an antique bedroom set that was built in the 19 home. My neighbors moved. They gave it to me. They were very nice people. Oh, that's nice. I'm really confused because everything's. Hi, Anne. Dakota, is she disrespecting her man every day? Yeah, Dakota, I do. I disrespect him just the way he disrespects me. Yeah, it's our marriage. That's what we do. If you don't like it, girl, you don't have to be here. You can Dakota yourself out of here. Yeah. Remember, you came here to be disgraceful. I didn't find you to do it. So obviously you think, you're clever, but you ain't. You're just angry, and miserable and jealous probably because I look like this and you probably look completely different than me. And I'm almost 51 and I look this good, girl. Don't be a hater. Oh, shop girl. Any advice? Run. No. They're drained. Yeah, I'm drained every day. It's emotionally draining. They have to find something. Oh, fuck, I gotta mow. I forgot about that. I'll have to mow. They have to take turns. They have to get out of the house. They have to be able to get a breath and do something that they can enjoy to regain some sanity back. Leaving the house sometimes is just even to sit in a car and to cry or to listen to music is what people need. They just have to find something that works, right? It's never going to go away. Like I always feel, I know, aren't they beautiful? Isn't it great? You can hear him. No, Dan doesn't. I don't even think Dan remembers. Every time I've done a house, when I sell them and when I do everything, I'm the one doing everything. I'm the one cleaning, or I'm the one. I used to clean. I used to not pay for things. I used to do it all myself. But this day and age, Danielle is much different, and I just can't do it all. Oh, Dakota's back again, you guys. 51 and disrespecting the man you're with, but I need a life. Yes, you need a life. Yeah. Because you look at it as disrespecting, and in our relationship, it's called sarcasm with truth, right? That's how we do it. So don't come on my page thinking you know what I'm doing and you know our relationship. Because obviously, Dakota, that shows how ignorant you really are about my relationship with my husband. So get a life. Stop trolling people that you obviously watch behind the scenes and think you know their life. You don't, obviously. Because if you did know my life and paid attention to it, you would understand that that's our relationship. Thanks. Have a good day. I totally feel what you're going through, Jennifer, and it's one of those things. Yeah. How is Dan doing? He just left. Yeah. My mom fell this week and broke her hip. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. That's really tough. But anyway, you know, you got those itches sometimes you gotta get. Uh, I used to have nasty comments. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know the, those times. Well, that's a good pitch. They think they have some power over you, by saying, oh, you're disrespecting your husband. I'm not disrespecting my husband. I'm speaking the truth about our relationship. If you think that's disrespect because I don't hide his flaws, then that's disrespect. But in my book, that's being real, right? In my book, when you talk truthful about what a person does or doesn't do, to me, that's being truthful about your relationship. Is it disrespect? Is it disrespectful because I'm speaking the truth? Then that's the land you want to live in. Then live in that land. But here in the Salinger land, we talk about the things and we own our shit. And if you aren't holding up your end of the bargain, it's not my fault you're not doing it. But I'm going to talk about it because that's how I cope with the fucking shit, right? So they could, well, but they act like I'm the one doing an injustice, right? When they come on my page and they want to bitch at me for my truth. So what I should do so this is what I'm thinking. What people really want me to do is just to blow Dan up and tell Dan he's the best husband. He helps me with everything. He doesn't leave messes. And he is just so great. Would you all rather that way? Yes, he helps with everything. He tucks me into bed at night, right? He tucks me in. He cooks my food every night. He's even making sourdough for me right now. Yeah, he's making sourdough for me right now. He got up and he fed my starter for me. And he cleaned up the poop before he left to go get Ed food. What else did he do? He played with the dogs. He's going to mow the pasture for me today because he loves to help me. Yeah. What else would you want? Do you want me to? What else do you? Oh, he takes care of the vet bills and the vet. Sometimes he does. Sometimes, honestly, sometimes I'm like, you need to take the dog to the vet. He waters my flowers. All my new flowers that he just sits and just relishes in the beauty that I planted for him. Yeah, he made the bed this morning. He vacuumed the house for me. What a great guy. So that's one thing I'm never going to do. I'm never going to tell you things he does that he doesn't do. I'm going to bitch about the things he doesn't do, which is almost everything. Period. You don't like it? Get the fuck out. Hi, Janice. I see you. You like my scratch? Yeah, this is the way I'm going to start scratching from now on. I need my middle finger with me. Thanks, Dago. I think they are too. He knits me sweaters. Yes, he's going to take on, there's this bathing suit that I wanted. And it was a bikini. And it shows, like, it's literally tits and a vagina hanging out. And I told him, he said, honey, I'll make you whatever you want. Yeah. And he said that our car is going to be paid off in like 2 months. And he said he would love to buy me a G-Wagon. Yeah. I mean, what kind of husband is that? He's on a cereal run, yeah. What do you want from me, you skinny? Hi, I love you too. But this is a time that's not for you. But you want it to be about you. I know you do, because you think you're special. You're like your dad. When you want the attention, you want it now, right? But then when I want to give it to you, you're not ready for it, and you run away from me. Damn cat. I picture Dan sitting on a rock or knitting you. No. Crotchless underpants. No. No. I mean, here's the thing. The reality is my husband's very spoiled. And that's the reality. I mean, it is what it is. And now that I'm here later in life, I'm pissed off that he's so spoiled because I want to be spoiled, right? It'd be nice once in a while to be spoiled. I am by far the least spoiled person on the planet. And if you think I'm spoiled, please tell me the reasons and why you think that. Go. And don't even come at me and say, well, oh, he worked hard, he bought you your house. Well, no, I helped with that. Like everything we have, if it wasn't for me, we wouldn't have it. I'm spoiled with great humor and beauty. I'm healthy. I don't feel very healthy right now, but I'll take it. With the cat. Yeah, silence. Silence. Crickets? Hello? Anybody out there? I'm by far a spoiled bitch, let me tell you. Now, I'm trying to think in if I've ever felt spoiled in my relationship. No. No. Divorce sounds like a good idea. Maybe for you. I mean, that's not how I handle my situation. Just because, just because, just because you have issues in your relationship, or I'm not spoiled, or I'm an independent woman. I don't feel like if I didn't love him, right? I would think that would be more of a concern. I love him and all his irritating ways. You just don't abandon ship after 30 plus years together because he has lived a spoiled life by me, right? That's that's your excuse. Oh, my kids got on my nerves. They're pissing me off. They're taking all my money. I'm taking them off. I don't want you to have my last name anymore because I'm divorcing you from being my child. I don't like the way you're acting. You have a drug addict kid or you have somebody, you're like, oh, you're no longer my kid. You turn your back that easy. That's okay. Go ahead, but not me. Danielle, oh, I'm sorry you have the same name as me. Most Danielles are pretty kind except you. Danielle Maxim Sands, she handles it by bashing her husband on the internet. My husband has it on right now in his room. Yeah, what do you say about that? My husband watches me. Does it bother him? You guys forget that he participates in our business of being content creators. It's so funny. You fail to remember that we do. Do I have a chip in my tooth? Oh, I thought I had a chip in my tooth. Ed's watching himself. He's at the table eating. People fail to realize that my husband has me on every morning, right? He watches everything I do. He hears it. Sometimes does he get annoyed with it? Probably, right? But you should probably be annoyed that, you're not doing anything. You should be more and more annoyed at yourself. The fact that when I put it out there, you should be thinking, holy shit, I really don't help her. Instead, he doesn't think that. So, I mean, it's not like I'm hiding the things from him, and he knows I'm being truthful, whether he wants to admit it or not. And there's nothing he can do about it unless he started to do those things. And let me tell you, I've been bashing him. Let's use your words. I've been bashing him, disrespecting him for how many years now? And we're still together. So, that Dan helped with the dishes. Yeah. So it's the fact. My husband's like that. I tell him to go on vacation, give me a vacation. Yeah. Well, I say the same thing. I'm like, just give me a vacation. Like, just leave. You go on vacation. Please go. Go. Leave me in. I don't give a fuck. Please, can you go more than once a year, sir? Can you have more friends, please? I need you to have more outings alone. with your friends. Leave me alone with Ed. It'll be fun. Oh, we're a family. We stay close. Oh, I do work Instacart. My husband in a medical bag. I have 23. Oh, yeah. My hat. Yeah. Hey, sabmerch.com. You too can have a cock hat. As the ninnies like to say, did you see? She wears an I love cock hat. Despicable. Disgraceful. What does her husband think about that? People act like my husband doesn't live with me. Like we're living some big fantasy land of Dan has no idea what I talk about. He has no idea what I say. He has no idea what I wear. It's literally hanging up in our room for him to see every day. I love cock. And you know what he says? I wish you did. He says, I wish you did. I'm jealous, Sin. If only I had a hunter for a husband, but I don't. He's just a gatherer. He's not a hunter. I wish you did. That's what he says. I wish you liked cock. At one point you might have, but now you don't. Can we get the Danielle back that likes cock? I mean, technically I like cock. I just don't like it right now. I don't like vaginas. I'm sorry for all you women out there who want to see my vagina. That will come for a cost. Goes with the hat. We'll pay handsomely to show you. We'll accept handsome money for my vagina footage. No, never would I ever. Could you imagine that? Could you imagine me, Danielle, busted on the side? Local Elk Grove woman. Caregiver to Ed. Selling her body with pictures on the side. She was making $1,500 a shot. Well, shit, when you do it too? I mean, damn it. No head in the pictures, though. No head. Yeah, we created the monsters, 100%. We created the monsters. I knew that was going to happen. Anyway, it was so stupid because, it is ridiculous. Yeah. It's stupid because you can't have fun without somebody having fun. Where's your husband? I feel for him. He's watching my show. He's watching me in my room right now. Where is he? Yes, somebody did. Yeah, it was TikTok. Why would I get him out here? Why? If he wanted to come out, he comes out. It's like baby skin. No, this is the lighting here. It's not like baby skin. Trust me. I have sunspots. I have wrinkles. I have hair. I haven't shaved my face yet. I was thinking, yeah. And that's fine. I was having fun, yeah, why is everybody all of a sudden so interested in what Dan's doing and where he is? Yeah. It was fun while it lasted. You know what? I had fun doing it. So I don't even care. No, it's not. If I got close, you see I've noticed some more skin spots. It's like so sunspots from being outside. I don't go outside anymore without a hat. It's been years since I've not worn a hat. To protect your scalp too. My sister-in-law Rocky has her friend that I know because it's part of the soccer moms. And I used to yell at her all the time about protecting her. She was fair and blonde hair. She was always red at the soccer tournaments. And I kept telling her, I was like, girl, you need to wear protection. Do you have sunscreen on? She'd be like, no, I know. And I was like, you need a hat too. A hat will protect it. If you don't have a hat, put a hat on. I was like mamaing these young, 30-year-olds. And well, guess what happened? What happened was Rocky called me like 2 months ago and she's like, you'll never believe it. And I won't say her name on here, but she's like, she has skin cancer on her head. And she's like, tell Danielle that I will never, ever, ever go outside again without sunscreen and a hat. Because I was the one who said, girl, you need to take care of you, And so even with like hats and stuff, it protects your hair, your head, your scalp. Because sometimes like the hardest time you don't find those things. And she had to have some lymph nodes removed. She had that piece taken out. and then she had lymph nodes removed. Luckily, it didn't go beyond very far, but it's scary, right? I mean, shit happens. Sun is evil. We love it so much, but it does bad things to us. We need a certain level of, vitamin D, but yeah, it's scary. And it was big. She was itching. She kept itching, and she was like, "God, this weird spot." And so she told her husband, and she works for a plastic surgeon too. And like, she gets all the things. Yeah, all the things for free, all the stuff. And so yeah, and he was like, "Yeah, that doesn't look good." So sure enough, you have to. The sun doesn't play. And I there's the big bumblebee. We get those big black bees. So yeah, that's the first thing. She goes, "Oh my God." The first thing she said to me is, "Tell Danielle," because I was always on her. She always just had that red nose, she's a cute little girl too, let me tell you. 36, there were 36, cute little body, worked out all the time. She was just so precious. I always was like, I want to look like you when I grow up. But different body style, but cute little thing. And I would always lecture her. I'd be like, looking red today, looking red. I would give her so much shit. And the first thing Rocky was like, the first thing she said is, "Tell Danielle." I will never forget that. I've never forgotten it. And if I would have listened, but it would probably already years in the making. Oh shit, Linda. I have melanoma, lupus, brain cancer. The sun is my enemy. Oh God, Debbie. She just recently, she's 36, 37. Yeah, they're all about the same age. Rocky's 30. Actually, Rocky's going to be 40 this year. So she's probably like around that age, if not a couple years younger. Yeah. I had a rash under my belly and went up to he wasn't even concerned on a rash because he found an angry spot. Oh. Yeah, that shit's scary. Ed's coughing. It was skin cancer. Isn't that weird? How like sometimes you go in and you don't even like go in for the right. There was somebody else. Somebody was telling me a story. Oh, one of our ex neighbors, Kelly, my neighbor, was telling me yesterday that her daughter was going in. She was taking she getting her physical for the fire academy, and she while in there, she was 23. 23. I think she's Hannah's age. 24, 23. And they found thyroid cancer while she was going there. They're like, "Oh, what's that?" And it turned out to be thyroid cancer at 23. Crazy, right? So yeah, I mean, shit happens. And so I try to be very, the last couple of years, I've been trying to be really good at sunscreen and stuff like that when I go outside. And I don't take off my shirt as much as I used to when I mow and all that stuff. But, so it's crazy, guys. Wear your sunscreen. And a lot of our damage is done from years ago. So it's not like present day shit that's doing it. It's years worth of damage. That's what's scary. Is all of Ed's stuff was from years of walking in the sun, It's nothing that's just recent. Everything is accumulative with the sun, which means that there's more spots that come up on my face. When Jennifer was in soccer, when Hannah was in soccer, I never used sunscreen. I barely had a hat on because I wanted to get a suntan, and boy, does it show. Boy, does it show. If only we listened to our parents. My mom used to always say, Danielle, my mom's fair. I have olive skin like my dad. My mom was always like, "Put sunscreen on, you're going to regret it later in life." And I was like, you have white skin. I've got brown in my skin. I'm good, No, shit's hitting hard. Shit's hitting hard, All this shit, all the sunspots, the wrinkles, all that stuff. Yeah, we're doomed anyway if we start. It's kind of what I was saying, and I was like, well, fuck, I already fucked up myself, so why more? It's just because you try to be precautious, girl. We just still try to be precautious. That's right. So from melanoma, Debbie, really? Oh, God, it's so scary. It's so scary, you guys. You gotta watch yourselves. You gotta always check your body. Sometimes you get them in your privates too. How many of you went naked in those tanning beds? Rocky had one. She had a melanoma on her huruhi, and so she had to get that cut out too. I mean, it happens, and that was from having an air in containers. It's scary. My mama had olive skin, and my brother too. Not so much for me.
So like my dad, he had multiple areas of cancer removed, just like Ed. Yeah. Well, you may want to tell her what she's in for, because come menopause time. Oh, I tell them. You don't think I don't tell them about my menopause shit? Shit, all these women know. I'm like, oh, you be prepared, women. Hold on, take pictures of your vagina if it's cute now, because you're going to be losing lips. I tell them, Tom, you don't think I would tell them that? Shit, they love me. They're like, they want to see me all the time, because Wesley went on a different team. And every time Rocky sees them, they're like, we miss Auntie. They all call me Auntie. We miss Auntie. When are we going to see Auntie again? It's awful. My age spots are bad. I noticed some more today. And Jennifer is really fair. So the good thing about Jennifer is that when she was young at 8, she was 7 to 8, and she was playing competitive soccer. And her soccer coach was really fair, and he's very wrinkly. And his hands were really wrinkly. Good looking guy, but you just could tell his life was in the sun without sunscreen. And Jennifer was so petrified of that look. And I said, honey, lather up. I mean, she's really still today very cognizant of, she doesn't like the sun. So she's like sunscreen, or she's covered up. So luckily, hopefully she won't be so weathered when she's older, because she's prepared herself. But Hannah, she's got her mama's olive skin. I tell Hannah the same thing. Girl, let me tell you, don't think we're immune to all that shit. Instead of putting bleach in the dispenser. We should wear it too. We used to slather baby oil. Yep, baby oil, Crisco. Some people said iodine. God. God. Like, Dan, you have been a pic of him. He looks so old, and he's like 60. My God, like, Danielle, have you seen a pic of him? He looks so old, and he's like 60. Who? Dan is blessed to have a great wife like you. He is, Tom. He is, Tom. I used to be like, no, he's not. Now I'm like, he fucking is. If I die, I want to come back as Dan. Yeah, I want to come back as Dan. Because I want to come back where somebody treats me like a king. My husband had it on his back. I caught it for him, and he was saved. The cure in his case was surgery. Oh, yeah, that's crazy. And sometimes you have good, like, hairdressers, too, that spot things. And they'll say things. I know. Jennifer's just so weird. I'll show you guys pictures when we're on a member live. I don't know. I just get weird because I know she doesn't want to be baby oil. Yeah. With baby. Remember Sunnin too? Oh, Dan Elway. Yeah, yes. He looks old. But he probably didn't wear sunscreen, right? So yeah. Shivering in your bikini. Yeah, like even today, like, or if I mow, I have to mow at some point today. But or tomorrow. But yeah, I used to take off my, be in my sports bra and just get a tan. And sometimes I still do, and I'll just spray sunscreen on. Just to get a little bit, working in the yard, a little bit of color. Now I'm going to have a farmer's tan. Look. See, this is why you can't wear shirts. Because look, you can see it's already starting to come in, my damn farmer's tan, because I haven't taken off my shirt. Turn my hair from brown to blonde. See, I never was that lucky. I would get gold highlights, but that was it. Now I've got grays, so those are my gold highlights from now on. Yeah, sun in. And then we would put lemon in our hair. The only thing it really did anything to were the blonde hair people. And because I had brown hair, nothing really changed. Sun in, I think, at one point made my hair a little orange, too. Does it not? For brown? My hair is darkened, right? My hair used to be a lighter brown with gold highlights. I had a lot of gold highlights in my hair. But now it's just gray and, dark. Yeah. And gray. But it is what it is. And thin. I've always had thin hair, but now it's thinning even more because of this perimenopause. It's just coming out in droves, so I might be bald before we know it. My sister's going to look like George Hamilton. And let's talk about the tanning booths, you guys. The worst things ever. I mean, the worst thing ever. Tanning booths, right? Had light skin and natural blonde hair. Yeah, sunbathing see, Jennifer never. Mental pause. Yeah, I'm in a mental pause. Those tanning beds were probably the worst. So anyway, all right, guys, I'm gonna go. Let me check on Ed. He's been coughing. It's not abnormal. He coughs a lot, but it just time for me to go. Oh, hi, Richie Eller. I hope so too, Ferris. I got some things to do today, but it should be a decent day. A low energy day. Dan left to go get who knows wherever he went. So I'll probably. And what time is it? I don't think I can mow. I guess I can mow until it gets really hot. Do it either now or later in the afternoon. I probably prefer to do it now, but I gotta wait for him. Anyway, all right. Love you guys. Have a wonderful day. Remember, you are worthy, you're important, and you matter. Don't forget about that, okay? Despite any way you're feeling, despite I know that my feelings matter. I always say, fuck that, because I do matter too. And I've been really trying to reinforce those things with me when I'm feeling so low. Reminding yourself, look at yourself in the mirror. Look at yourself in the mirror. And say, you are important. You matter. And sometimes I have to do that to remember, why am I setting myself, why am I just doing this to myself? I need to really, 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 really remember that everything I'm feeling is valid, right? May not be valid to everybody else, but it is. So just remember that and believe in you, because that's really the only way we're getting out of this in any situation we're in. Okay, love you.